大家好，我是郭觉伟。今天我跟我的表哥，他是哈佛大学毕业了，现在是律师，这是他的哈佛大学去上的狗。那 Fred， 你说大家好。
大家好，
那大家好，
大家好，
还可以对吧？今天我们讲怎么样可以进去哈佛大学。我们需要讲英文，因为我的表哥从今天开学习中文。So first, I want to ask you, like, how did you get into Harvard? What was the process like? Did you have to take a test? How long did you study?
Yes, so the test is the LSAT, and the way I got in was, studying hard for the test. That was the most important component of my acceptance. I studied for, I would say, about 5 months.
Only 5 months.
Well, so 5 months for me was a lot. I think 5 months for most people taking the LSAT is a lot, especially full time. I wasn't working at the time. I devoted every day to studying, and so, 5 months.
Again, only 5 months.
When you say only 5 months, to me that's a lot.
And what are other people at Harvard? Other only study a day, a week? Is there anyone?
There's probably people who only studied for a week,
and they can go to Harvard.
And they can go to Harvard. I'm not that fortunate.
But you're smart.
I guess I'm smart, but I'm not that smart, or I'm a different kind of smart.
Okay. So just like a little small genius, not like big genius.
Genius is a strong word. I studied very hard.
Okay.
And so for me, 5 months is a lot. Again, especially full time.
So you would full time. I mean, you study from 6 a.m. in the morning, 9 a.m. in the morning.
9 a.m. until the evening. Depending on the day, but.
But so no going outside, no partying.
No.
No, just study every day.
Yeah.
Weekends.
Yeah.
How does that relate to Harvard? I mean, did you have to work hard?
So I did have to work hard. I will say that the hardest part was getting in, but even once I was there, especially the first year, the first year is called 1L, right? 1L is the notoriously most difficult year, because everything is new to you, and it's a very heavy course load, and you do have to work hard.
Like how many hours of homework per day? You think?
Well, a few hours a week.
A few hours a week. Oh, that's not bad.
I think that's more. Except for when final exams come around, then it's different, right?
Yeah.
Final exams, then it's for 2 weeks straight, I'm studying nonstop. I would say on average I would spend about 10 hours a week studying, which I think was less than most other students there. Most were, I think, very academically driven and would spend most of their free time studying, so hours and hours each night. I didn't feel the need to study as hard. It's an unfortunate commentary on the system with law school in this country, but going to a highly ranked school meant that I didn't need to be the top of my class in order to get a very good job. Whereas a lot of my peers, friends of mine who went to other law schools that were good schools as well, but just not as highly ranked, they had to work a lot harder to be able to get the same job opportunities. And I don't think that's a good thing, because these friends of mine are very smart people, they're very hard workers, and the fact that they went to a different school doesn't tell you how good a lawyer they'll be, but the name matters.
So at Harvard, what determined if you were to get a good score or not a good score for the whole class?
So for most classes, I would say the entire grade was based on either a midterm exam and a final, or sometimes just purely a final exam. That was most classes. There were classes where, depending on the professor, certain professors would care about your attendance and participation, so they might require you to have asked or answered a question 3 times in a semester, and they would keep it.
They keep track of
So certain professors.
So you asked a question on Monday, so you get 1 point.
Literally, yes.
Really?
By the end of the semester, 10% of your grade would be, did you ask...
How many questions you asked?
Yeah.
But it was like, how was your day, or is it like a legal topic?
No. It's relevant to the cases that we were studying for that class.
So in conclusion, I think a lot of similarities between going to school in America and China. I think the brand name of the school really matters, and I think before going, you have to work really hard for the test, and then after you get into the school, maybe not as much. But I think in America, we don't work as hard to get in as in China, but we work a little bit harder afterwards. 那我们现在去午饭， and then 以后我们讲美国的法律的东西。拜拜，再见。这是他第一次说的很好。好了。
down. Good boy.
They're a very well trained dog, right?
Ready? Dance. Good boy. Now sit. Sit. Good boy.
我是郭杰瑞，